In this video, we will cover how to use the workflow functionality in your Omnitrax IVG unit. Every morning, after you do your pre-trip inspection, you're going to get into your workflow functionality and you're going to check for a pre-plan. So to do that, you click workflow. You'll notice in this instance, there's nothing in the trip plan and there's nothing in the pre-plan. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to request that pre-plan from dispatch. Now, what you're going to do is go into messaging. Click compose and click requesting load. You don't have to put anything in this yellow box here. That's just if you wanted to, but you don't have to. So then you want to minimize your keyboard, press send. Would you like to send this message? Yes. Now, what's going to happen is the Qualcomm unit is going to send a message back to the computer at the office. That computer is going to pick up and tell the driver what his loads are for the day. Now, these loads may only come in one at a time. So do not take for granted that you only have one load to do. Always base your dispatch on what you are told by your dispatcher. The next thing you're going to want to do is, after you see this message come through, the new trip plan, you're going to go back into workflow and you'll notice that it automatically took us there. But in the instance that that does not happen, just go back to the home screen, touch workflow, and then it's going to pop this screen right here up. Sometimes it will not pop up the arrival detected. For this case, I created a simple little test load that the origin and the destination are the same, and they're right here at the shop. The computer is set up to automatically detect when you arrive at the shipper location and at the customer location, okay? But that does not automatically work all the time. It's a computer. Sometimes there's issues with the communication. There's just a various number of different issues that can happen. So what you're going to want to do, we'll cancel it this time, just for the benefit of showing you how to do these manually, okay? The first thing we're going to want to do is make sure we're on the tasks tab. If we have arrived at our first delivery, our first location, which is always going to be the shipper is always first. Then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tap that we have arrived, make sure it's highlighted, and then we're going to hit select. It's going to pop this up, arrived, your stop, wherever that may be, and the time. You click confirm. Now, this says I've arrived 727 minutes late. Okay. You have to select a reason for that. You could either say it was personal, you were sick. You can scroll through, you can see several different things. I'm going to go ahead and select the most common thing, being traffic. And then I'm going to hit done. The next thing that's going to pop up automatically is going to be this screen right here, load at shipper. Now, you automatically notice up here at the top the load number. The load number is your trip number, okay? Your trip number is going to be displayed here, and it will be displayed later whenever we arrive at the customer's location, okay? So make sure you jot this number down as you see it, okay? The BOL number is going to be whatever BOL number they give you at the shipper. Okay, so let's say in this instance, I'm just going to put a generic 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, just for training purposes, okay? The weight is going to be your net weight in pounds, as you can see, not the tons, the pounds. So just for training purposes, I'm going to put in 50,000 pounds. There is no pieces, there is no seal number. The seal intact, you can leave that. This system was developed for freight haulers, LTL companies that do multiple stops, multiple pieces, and sealed loads and things of that nature. We don't have to do that, okay? We just enter the BOL number and the pounds. Then we'll go to the next page. We don't have pallets. We don't have OS&D. The trailer is going to go right here. So we're going to put whatever your trailer number is that load is going into in this box right here. I'm just going to put T. I'm going to minimize my keyboard, and I'm going to hit done. Now you'll notice on this screen there's a couple of green check marks. Those green check marks are what you want to see. That indicates that step is completed. Okay? Only the steps that are in bold print are required. You see where it says arrived, loaded shipper, and the next thing we're going to do is depart shipper. So then we're just going to hit departed and select. Screen's going to pop up, mark a check mark, all done. Now, what you're going to do after this, you're going to leave the shipper and go ahead and be on your way to wherever the customer location is. Since, like I said before, I set this up as a test, it automatically detected that I arrived at Bulk First at this time. I can either confirm that, or I can cancel that and go through the motions of checking everything individually manually. Now, I'm going to confirm it that I've arrived, and if you notice, GPS arrival has a green check mark next to it, and it automatically takes me to this screen. So I've had questions asked, do I need to enter it twice? Do I have to do that? The answer is no. You do not have to enter this information twice. Okay? You can just enter this one time. So let's say I don't want to enter this. I don't want to enter any more information. I'll just minimize my keyboard, hit next page, minimize my keyboard, and hit done. Green check mark is now next to the unloaded destination. What I want to do after I'm done unloading and I'm getting ready to leave is I want to select end trip and then hit select. Are you sure you want to end this trip? Okay. Puts the green check mark next to end trip. That load is now completed, and my next trip plan comes in for my second load of the day. Like I said earlier, do not take for granted that if it doesn't automatically come in, that you don't have anything else to do for the day. That simply means there's a lag in the system. Always go by what your dispatcher tells you to do, not what the computer tells you. So once this happens and your next trip comes in, it'll automatically detect when you arrive at your shipper, when you arrive at your final destination, but you still have to go through and make sure that every selection or every trip task is checked green. Some other things that you can look at when you're in this screen, you can see the details. If you look at the details of the load, it's going to tell you the origin, where it loads at. It's going to tell you what time the scheduled appointment time is. I have noticed that it does not give you a pickup number or a consignee reference number or anything like that in this system. There is some things we're working on to try to get that added. Until then, if you do not know what your pickup number is, just check with your dispatcher. So this is the origin. If we hit this little arrow up here, it's going to take us to the next origin, which that should not be origin, that should be customer. Let me go back here. There we go. Then the trip plan, you'll see your origin and your delivery. You'll see it says go and finish. It's got the little checkered flag there and the green go. The checkered flag is going to be the customer or the stop. It's going to be the ending location for this trip. Okay. You can look at history on here. This tells you all the history of things that you have done, the messages that you've sent. Pre-plan will typically populate your next delivery, but again, sometimes it does not work the way it should, so don't take that for granted. This is really it. This is really all you have to do every day to do the workflow in the system. There are some other shortcuts to get to this screen that you can utilize, and there's also shortcuts to take you to the hours of service screen. One other thing that this just reminded of, this little button right here, this accept button. I recommend that you go ahead and hit that. I've been told that you don't have to. That if it's sent to you and you arrive at the location, then it'll auto accept it. But I recommend just going ahead and accepting it, just to satisfy the system. It says, I have read the trip plan. I accept the requirements of this trip. Select agree. Only if you have enough hours available to complete this load legally, safely, and on time. Agree. So now something else you can look at here. Like I said, there's shortcuts. You can utilize this hours of service and it'll take you to your day log. You can hit workflow up here and you can go back to the workflow screen without having to go back to the home screen. This info button, it basically just brings up all the information about the load for the day. And it looks like they have figured out how to get that in there. That's great. The consignee reference number will be down here on this info tab, down at the bottom. It'll say ref number. Just for instance, for when I built these orders, I just put in pickup number. So that kind of gives you an idea of where to look for that. So, okay. And details, if you click that, it's going to take you to the details screen for that load. And again, tasks is where you want to go to arrive, load, and depart. And that's pretty much it. This video should be used as a reference. If you need to come back to it at any time, just come back to the channel, pull the video up. And as always, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything about how you're doing with this or if it's working right, just give us a call at the office. Be more than happy to help you out with it anytime we can. Thank you guys. We appreciate what you do. Have a great day.